part of what we consider our warm-ups. It's a movement prep series, which we call Mobility Stacks, which are designed to loosen up our joints, get the muscles nice and stretched out like a rubber band. So we call it muscle pliability. You know how you just kind of pull on a rubber band a few times? We want to increase the elasticity, warm up, heat up the muscles. We want to get our heart rate going up. We want to get our breathing ready for the performance we're about to do. Because remember, fitness training, sports performance training, whatever you want to call it, is about a performance and using and pushing your body to get better at the skills of the sport. Okay? We do mobility stacks because we found, first of all, it's great for increasing mobility, movement, flexibility. Second, we found they're really good for younger athletes to learn and develop body control, because as we're growing, we hit those growth spurts, we do start to lose a little bit of our body control, so to speak, in that we just feel that awkward. And if you were younger once, which you were, you might remember that awkward, clumsy stage, and we're working with a lot of kids at that age, so we try to program through that awkwardness, which does translate into a longer ability, or a better ability is a better word, to control our body, which is the basis for athleticism. So we found that these really help with developing body control. There are other ways to warm up. I'm just saying this is the way we prefer, because it does get your muscles pliability increased. It does ramp up your heart rate. It does loosen up your joints. And although they're young and they tend to be like, hey, I just want to go, we found that telling them this helps to develop your body control so that you're less clumsy and awkward. That really kind of clicks with them, and they're willing to put in the work, let's say. All right, so without further ado, what are mobility stacks? Mobility stacks are a movement-based series of exercises, aka movements, from a start position that can then morph into an unlimited set or series of movements. All right? So we have roughly 60 different movements that are possible from 6 different starting positions. You can be lying on your stomach, you can be lying on your back, prone or supine. You can be standing, you can be sitting, you can be in your quadruped position, okay? So I think that was all of them. I might have missed one or two. Okay, but I think that was all of them. So sitting, standing, quadruped. All right, anyway, you'll get the idea. All right, so today I'm going to show you a starting position of quadruped, aka known as 4 points, because that's what quad is for. Okay, we typically call it bear just for easier, or QP. And then we're going to go through a series of movements that sort of flow from those positions. Now, there are very advanced movements that you're capable of doing that with our audience tend to not be ready for, because we're working with younger growing bodies in that awkward stage. So we've kind of slowed it down and made the movements simpler than you might see on a more advanced level. There's nothing wrong with good, bad, or indifferent for whatever you may use with your kids. This is what we found works best with our programming. All right? So the movements are very simple, and they do help to learn or develop body control. All right? So I'm going to do bear position, aka quadruped QP. I'm then going to go into a cobra type position. I'm going to go into a dog type. Then I'm going to go into one we call Komodo. Then I'm going to go back into bear and finish with a little frog. We're going to be great at loosening up our hamstrings, our hips, and our shoulders today, so that when we finish, we would essentially be ready to do either a lower body workout, upper body workout, or a full body workout. Okay, because every joint and most of our muscles are getting ready. All right, now reps are time. We generally do things for time because some kids will hold it for a little bit longer than others. Some kids will fly right through it. We don't want one kid doing 5 reps and finishing in 30 seconds, one kid doing 5 reps and finishing in 2 minutes. So we generally say anywhere from 60 seconds to 90 seconds, depending on the length of the upper body hold, because your triceps and shoulders can get very tired. And it's not about making you tired per se, it's about warming up. Okay, so depending on the movement, anywhere from 60 to 90 is usual, although we have done 2 or 3 minutes based on what we're doing. All right, let's get started with what we got. So, bear start, QP position start, into cobra, dog, into Komodo dragon, back into bear, and then into frog. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. All right, and a little couple of helpful tips along the way. So I'm gonna go sideways so you guys can see my position. So quadruped, all fours. I start here, I put my toes into the ground, I raise up. I'm now officially in my bear position, okay? Walk my hand out into a prone upright, or push-up position, drop my hips. Now, if your glutes are really tight, notice what I did with my feet. I turn my toes in. This has a natural reaction to relax the glutes. So you notice how my hips are up higher. Now watch as they naturally sink a little bit. My glutes are disengaged, okay? All right, so right here to right here. Toes back in, walk away into a dog. Okay, now I'm gonna bring my foot up to my hand and drop the back knee. With the other leg, and drop the back knee. Feet in, or hands in. Now keep your hips low and shift your weight back. Now I'm back in the bear. That was just frog, so I can repeat. Cobra. Dog. Komodo. Komodo. Frog. Bear. Then I go back into cobra. So that would be 2 reps. Probably took me about a minute right there. Everything's starting to loosen up. I'm feeling better. You can tell I'm a little bit out of breath because let's be honest, everything is working. Now, as I said earlier, we do have about 60 different positions that are possible. Just from the prone, you can go into a scorpion, a stinger, a pigeon. Yeah, a lot of them have animal names. Stingray, you can go into a kick through. You can go into a knee drive. That's just off the top of my head. From the bear position, you can go into tiger, leopard, frog, bear crawls, cat, camel. You can drop to your knees and go into a child's pose. You can do the thread the needle for multiple different positions. All of those are based off of possibilities. All right? So, what you guys need to understand and your takeaway for the day is understand that loosening up, warming up, and improving your ability for performance is vital for everyone, especially for kids who are looking to stay safe. Warming up using a series of movements that help to develop body control is ideal so that they learn skills they're going to be maintaining for the rest of their life, but also they want to improve themselves. And we have a very great opportunity to show them how to develop that body control, which will carry over to many facets of life. All right? So that's just an example of what would essentially be our second part of our warm-up. The first part being a little brain warm-up, a little catching skills, hand-eye coordination skills. This would be part 2 where we do movement to warm up. All right? That's all I have for today. Spencer Aiken, Stronger Together Performance Academy. You guys go out, be awesome, be amazing.